9 days from the Ironman. I feel terrified. I am so anxious. I am so scared. I know we haven't given you all an update in a while. I'm going to go through and I'm going to just update everything that's happened in terms of training wise over the past, God knows, 2 months. I don't know the last time we made a video. And then we'll talk about why I'm terrified and everything that feel like I have a million things weighing me down at the moment. So I know we went through and we outlined like our general training plan that we were going to have, where essentially we were starting off like week 1. I think this was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a 9-week plan. And we were essentially just looking to try to accumulate volume and progressively overload volume, the amount of hours that we are working out with bike, swim, and run. And looking at that, we did a pretty damn good job. Week 1, we started off 19 hours for the total. Week 2, we hit 20 and a half hours. Week 3, we did 22 hours, I believe. Let me just double check that. Week 3, we planned on 22. I guess we only did 21 and a half, but still pretty good. Then we had a rest week before our peaking weeks, where our peaking weeks, we came out, we hit 21 hours, and then followed it up with in a week where we had 20 and a half. I guess, honestly, I thought I did more than that, but it is what it is. And then we've been tapering. So this is what has first started making me feel like crap. So starting on, I want to say June 1st is when we really began to taper, because on Friday, May 31st, about 17 days out from the Ironman, I want to say this was the best workout day that we've ever had. We went through, we biked about 54 miles. We ran 15 miles and we swam 1.5. So felt great. But after that day, we had about 2 weeks till the Ironman. So we decided to start to taper. We'll talk about how the taper is going. It's not going well. I'll tell you that right now. But just to recap what we essentially did for the month of May. I mean, the month of May, we went out swinging. And we worked out for a total of 45 and a half hours on the bike, about 23 hours running, and about 16 hours swimming for the month of May. So that's a good 84 and a half hours of total volume that we did in that single month. So I feel great about that. I think we really did the best we could with this training plan. I don't think it was getting any better than what we did. Now, I felt great the day that we hit our massive peak. But now that we are into the taper, I feel like absolute dog crap. We had a planned taper, but once I started taking some rest days, everything's just gone off the rails, where I'm going and essentially cutting the volume of what we did previously in half. And every day I wake up, I am so sore. I am so tired. I just have body aches all over, to the point where I was afraid that I have the flu. And I've heard before that if you like taper, then you feel horrible during it. I think it's a common thing, but I don't know if I've just never experienced it. But I feel really, really bad at the moment, and we are 9 days out. Like if you would have had me do it like the day after we had our massive workout where we essentially did a half Ironman, I would have been all aboard. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go today. But after taking like a week rest and having like a week and a half rest coming up as well, I feel horrible. I am not confident with the open water swim. I feel like we have not progressed at all with the swim over the past few months. I feel like we're about the same as we were when we did the half Ironman, and the half Ironman was absolute torture during the swim, and I went incredibly slow. I feel good on the bike in terms of just like raw cardio. I think if everything was flat and if it was a very simple bike course, no worries at all. I think we could crush it. But it's a bike course that has the most elevation of any Ironman in the world. It's just up and down mountains the entire time. I have never done anything like that. Almost all my training's been on the bike trainer, so I have no idea how to handle the bike. Like I went out and biked literally just like 9 miles right before I recorded this. You can see I have dirt all over me because I fell, crashed, hurt my wrist. So now I'm sitting here with a hurt wrist, not confident that we can handle a bike. We're not even going to have our bike there. We're going to be renting a bike because I didn't want to have to deal with shipping the bike to Europe, and I didn't know how. And yeah, I mean, it's a lot. I feel the pressure from obviously the race. I feel the pressure from, I've never traveled this much ever before. I mean, furthest flight I've ever been on is maybe 5 hours. Here we're going to Europe. It's like it's an entire day of traveling that I have no idea what it's going to be like over there. So, I mean, I'm very excited. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm really excited to go, but I can be excited and stressed about something at the same time. So I do feel like I'm getting some stress from that. And then I have the stress from the Ironman. Then I have the stress from the fact that we're taking about 2.5 weeks away from our usual setup of live streaming every single day. I've never done that before in terms of like during our work season. So I'm stressed about that. I have a contract that I've been waiting on for a month that I'm trying to get finalized that has not been done. I'm stressed about that. I have a lot going on with the site. We just brought in an app developer to essentially overhaul the site that we're working on and still trying to develop the tools that we have in the tank as well. So it's a lot of work on that front. I don't know. I just feel like I have a million things weighing me down. Like literally, I never get nightmares or stress dreams or anything. But last night I woke up like 4 times from stress dreams and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I don't know. I feel very nervous. I went from 2 weeks ago thinking we're going to crush it. I know for sure we're going to be able to do it. And it's just about trying to get the best time we can. To now, I'm more so in the mindset of I don't know if I can get through the bike without crashing. And that's the big thing. Because if I'm going down a mountain and I crash going 30, 35 miles an hour, it would be no bueno. We'll put it that way. But there are a lot of exciting things, a lot of stressful things. We're going to vlog the entire France trip, and they'll probably throw that. I don't know if we'll put it on this channel and the Vlog Fantasy channel. We may just throw it on the Vlog Fantasy channel, depending on how it turns out. But yeah, it's just to recap. I know this entire video was me rambling. 1, I'm sorry that I don't upload here that often anymore. Just very busy. 2, the past month or 6 weeks of training, phenomenal. Way better than I thought they were going to go. 3, the taper is killing me. I feel like crap at the moment. And 4, I am freaking stressed. But yeah, as always, excited for the race. And hopefully you get to see a pretty good vlog. Hopefully we are able to crush it.